Hi, folks. Welcome back to another episode. We have an American husband, 60 years old. He's complaining that his wife has been Americanized. Well, I'm gonna play this on the screen and let's see what's their story.
Well, it didn't take long. It only took 2 years, literally to the day, December 27th, for my Filipino wife to become fully Americanized, hate everything about me and what I provide, and decide to leave. Yeah, welcome to the shittiest post that I'm ever going to make. There's a lot to it. I'm not going to go into it, okay? But suffice to say, after providing and going on the Disney World trip, which included the funeral for my mom, I got up to day 6, I think, on that because it all broke down at Magic Kingdom. Fucking ironic. And I didn't post anything after that because when we got back from Orlando to St. Simons, Georgia, I was greeted with the announcement from Jan that she wanted a separation. And then I discovered through text that she had been discussing this with her family and making plans to also take the children. So, that's heavy, right? That's a nuke. And I'm going to go into my bunker. So I came downstairs in my nice 4-story mansion and just stayed by myself through Christmas Eve and through Christmas Day. And I missed Christmas with my children. My in-laws, my mother and my father-in-law, and Jayanne, they proceeded to open the presents without me. Presents all of which I bought. Yeah, the separation is a separation. I'm lucky enough to have a big house and the logistics of it can be met right away, but I spent Christmas utterly by myself. Okay. And it's coming up on New Year's Eve, and I'm still alone. Because there's no communication from her. Why? Because she's communicating with her parents. She has the total backing and validation of her parents. Plus TikTok. All external sources of validation. And it's my position, my feelings are not relevant. She's got it figured out. She's got a plan. I'm waiting to hear what the plan is. And we'll see what happens from that point. But I'm pretty, I'm at peace with what has occurred, what could occur. I am done being Mr. Fix-It. Fix-It Felix. I'm not going to be the simp, nice guy, Fix-It Felix anymore. A relationship takes 2 people. And she made the decision for the separation. She's made the announcement and made plans with family to take our children back to the Philippines. And she's an adult. She has accountability. It's on her to come to me and explain to me what her plan is, such that it is, and what can be done about it. So, surprise, no more countdown with the great fun in Disney World. It was a fucking disaster. And, that's the truth. Social media is not about the truth, but I'm about the truth, so that's what I give you. Thanks.
So you guys, let me know what you think. Is it wrong for this young lady, because I'm going to put her on rejoinder in the next video, to be in communication with her parents?
As you can see, he's complaining about his Filipino wife, why she is asking for divorce. They have 2 kids together. But I think that's not the whole story. There's much more to it, more than he says. He's complaining that she's asking for divorce. He's complaining that he's Americanized. She is being Americanized. But we still don't know her part of the story. Anyway, let's keep on listening what this guy is about to say, and then we can have a better idea.
To 1,400 comments on my last post about my wife. And the only thing I'm going to say about that right now, and not get into any details, although I know you all want to, hear more of the story, is that the reason I went public with what's going on, and I did that because I believe in this situation, transparency is the most important thing. I think it's the most important thing in any problem. Just be honest. Now, we've gotten to this point because there's been a little bit of dishonesty from Jayanne in the form of texting with her family and people behind my back, discussing things that she really should have just come to me with first. That was our agreement from the beginning of our relationship. We struggled with it, and that deal was broken. And so I'm not talking to anybody behind her back. I'm talking about our problem to the world, so that there's no mistake that I am sincere and authentic in everything that I think and feel. I may not be right, and I'm probably not right in a lot of cases along the path that has gotten to this point. And I will be the first to admit my mistakes, where I'm somewhat the bad guy. But overall, transparency is the key. And this is the new digital age we live in. This is a form of communication. Jayanne and I are not talking. And maybe it'll make things worse. Maybe it'll make things better. I don't know. But at this point, I just want a way forward without me making unilateral decisions and pulling triggers. Right? So stay tuned, because I would love nothing more than for Jayanne to come online with me and say what she wants, to, tell us her plan, right? To see where this can be fixed, if it's fixable at all. Honesty and authenticity. That's all I want. Thanks.
So after he went on his rant, then his Americanized Filipino wife comes up and tells us our own part of the story. Like, you guys listen to her part.
The word Americanized has nothing to do with someone who is disrespectful, especially to your people. Let's say that your closest people. It's because he disrespected my parents, screaming, snatching some things verbally and physically. So what I am thinking that time, you are freely disrespecting me and abusing me. I think that's enough. You can do it. You can do it 24/7 to me. You can do it anytime. But to the point that you're going to be disrespecting my people, especially my parents, I think that's what, draw the line. I think that's when the time that I said I want to separate. It's not because I wanted to separate just because I wanted it. I've dealt a lot with him for the last 2 years that I am here.
We got back from Orlando to St. Simons, Georgia. I was greeted with the announcement from Jayanne that she wanted a separation.
For the last 2 years, I am standing up for myself. I know I honestly doesn't want to separate with him. It's just came out to my mouth that I'm so I didn't make a move. It's gonna be a normal. He's gonna disrespect me. He's gonna disrespect my people. He's gonna disrespect anyone. So this is just me that, putting some boundaries.
Hate everything about me and what I provide and decide to leave.
He claims that I hated what he provides. As far as I remember, I'm always grateful for him. I'm always vocal, thanking him for my life right now. You can see my social media. I never criticizes him. It's always praising, even though there's something going on inside our house. I will never speak or talk about our fights on my social media, it's because I am protecting him and I'm protecting my children. We have kids, the next 10, 20 years there's gonna be social media and they might see this. I think it's really selfish for him to post for views, for attention, for sympathy. If you can go up here and talk to me and you will say to people that out of transparency, I will talk about it, but you're transparent to the public, but you are not transparent to me. Just for clarification too, half of the trip paid by his ex-wife, all of the park tickets, Universal and also Disney World, it was paid by his ex, and also the Airbnb and the grocery. I just wanted to let you know too that we have a really good relationship with the ex-wife, and to be honest with you, she's really nice to my kids and she's really nice to me. She's like my closest mother here in Hawaii. I can talk to her anytime, and she's really a good person. And I remember when we were in the mainland, she told us, my parents and me, and she said that this is my gift to you. You are wondering why my parents came over, because we supposedly go back to the Philippines for 3 months, just me and the kids. It's because I am really homesick. I've been here for 2 years. He promised me that we're gonna go back to the Philippines at least once or twice a year, but that never happened. And so I kept on telling him that I need to go back. It's because we have activities like my ate is gonna get married, my big sister, and I am the maid of honor. And also I wanted to do some christening for the kids, and also I wanted to spend Christmas with my whole family. It's been 2 years since they haven't seen Race and they haven't met Rocky, because
Well, guys, as you can see, that guy, he failed to keep his promise. Like, the girl has been living with him for 2 years in America. She's been asking him to go back, homesick. She has Christmas to celebrate, wedding to attend, things to do, and he just failed on that promise. And actually, there's much more on that, because that guy has been rude to his Filipina wife, has been like violent, disrespectful to her parents. Like, he didn't eat their food. He disrespected her father in the garage. Like, didn't let the father use the car keys to go somewhere. So that's just his side of the story, but the story has much more than that. And I think that the guy is wrong on this case. I think he should have more respect about his Filipina wife, because his wife is like 30 years younger. Dude, like, you are 60, you're almost in the deathbed, and your wife is 30 years younger than you, and she gives you 2 kids, and you're being disrespectful to her, you're being disrespectful to the parents. Probably you're mistreating her. For the last 2 years you have been mistreating her. So I guess the guy needs to mind his manners. He needs to have respect, because there's a line you cannot cross. Like, as the Filipina girl said, like, he has been very bad to me during this time, but I can handle it as long as we can keep it quiet. Like, whatever happens, it's between us. But now that you disrespect the parents, it's like you cross the line. And she doesn't want to divorce, but she has to, because, as she said, the guy will never change and things will get worse. So yeah, you can see it speaks by itself. But I think that everybody should have respect. It's like the basic common of any relationship, anything. It starts with respect, mutual respect, understanding. And there are lines, like there are red lines that you don't need to cross them. Otherwise, it gets toxic. Okay, folks,